everybody. Gosh almighty, who the heck are they? Hey, flim, flam, bim, bam, Ole Miss. By golly, and welcome to Hemingway Stadium where the Rebels are ready to take the field. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Rebels will kick it off to get us underway. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. The LSU Tigers offense will have the first possession of the game. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
He's got his man, makes the grab. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He's going to pass on second down. He's got his man. Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Pressure coming. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense will take the field for the first time. The offense lining up for a first down play. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Pocket starts to collapse. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Off play action on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Quick strike complete. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Looking to go up top on first down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
Nice job by the defense there. They're trying to get to the quarterback, and you see those arms. They're flailing. They're swatting at that football. They're trying to get the ball out of the QB's hands. Those long arms by those D linemen, man, they were able to get that ball loose.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Handoff from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Pulls it and fires to the left. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. And the Rebels in the hurry-up.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. It was a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
It seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
The fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. When you talk about the next game on the schedule, they're always looking forward to this one.
And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you're going to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The give to the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
All right, defense, nice job early in the game, playing well with your backs against the wall. The job's not over yet, though. This is an offense that has shown that they go for it on 4th down, especially during these situations.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Never a doubt. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Minnesota looked less like a pack of Gophers and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough in front of its home fans, and today they found a way outside of Huntington Bank Stadium. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. From the gun, running back gets to give. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. The give to the tailback. Smashes through. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. After misfiring, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Looking to throw. It's complete to the right. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Pulls and fires complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Now on second down and short. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll give it to the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Give to the running back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Trying play action. Snags it over the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Power football with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with second and 13. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And the kick is good, and guys, we have ourselves a tie ball game.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Like, the passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's run out of bounds downs, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Off the play fake. Getting some heat. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
Well, they're able to get the negative play. Great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. And you think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up one-on-one. These guys were like avatars with their frames. So difficult to block and so athletic. That's what this guy reminds you of sometimes.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Here's the handoff. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to get it through the air. Quickly to the tight end. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top on first down. Ball in the air, intercepted! And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game, Dave.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession.
Touchdown, Rebels! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they knock through the extra point for the 10-3 lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And off from the shotgun. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll do it himself. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he steps out of bounds after a nifty run and picking up a first down.
Well, you wonder how this guy is so dynamic. It's because of his speed. You simply can't coach that. You saw it on that last carry.
Give to the back. Runs through the tackle. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Finds finds his big tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Lofts one high and deep. Makes the grab on the right. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The offense will quickly use a timeout. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. He looks that one in nicely. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Catch in the middle, it's Stout. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Looking to move it through the air. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise we saw just that in the first half today. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. They'll throw it on 1st down. It's complete. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. LSU quick to the line. The play action fake. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After not getting a thing done on 1st down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets a block, working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic, guys that get after the quarterback. LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. He's got it on the right, and they swarm him under. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Leaves it with the running back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with him. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. It's 3rd down, and the line to gain is the 36. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires and picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
And this, my friend, is what you call advantageous field position. Starting the drive with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Forced out of the pocket. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Clemson was far from the friendly confines of Death Valley, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean.
He'll come out throwing on first down.
Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. LSU will get a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's a first down for the offense.
They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now on second down. Using the quick game. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes a connection. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. LSU right back to the line.
This guy's in the Heisman picture because his stats are just ridiculous, and he threw for over 300 yards last game out. He's putting up another monster game here today, guys.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. He finds his man. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. So now with first and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it's caught! Touchdown LSU!
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just an easy pitch.
And the extra point pulls them closer. It's 24-10. So it's an 80-yard drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got his man quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. He's looking to throw. Fires one high and deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Trying to get to it. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. They'll go to the ground. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. keeping it on the ground with the single back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
And the Rebels send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Give to the running back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. On the run, still looking. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Working that left side now. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Dances away from the heat. Quarterback gets past the marker. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. He's going to pass. Gets it out quickly. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Looking to the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Running back searching for a hole. Fights off the defender. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Quarterback on the keeper. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Now the play fake. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU! Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They go to the ground. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Wide out in motion. They'll run play action. Quickly complete. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Right back to the well. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella.
Well, no question. They've got to score a touchdown to get the 2-point conversion here, but that's a good start to this 2-minute drive. You always want to get it going. You want to get that momentum going, put the defense on their heels. They accomplished that with the last throw.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. It's caught downfield. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. To the air on 1st down. He's right on target. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. These fans trying to be like a 12th man on defense and help them. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers!
And this is obviously a no-brainer. Great job by the offense, great execution. Inside of 2 minutes, you got to go for 2. You got to dial up this play, try to tie this football game up. What's your favorite 2-point play? Dial it up, and let's tie this game up.
They need this 2-point conversion to tie, and we might get a little free football out of this if they do. They'll go to the air. And a dangerous pass there, almost threw a pick in the end zone. Just under a minute and a half to play, and to have a shot, you got to believe they have to recover this onside kick. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Stout. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. There is nothing greater than a rivalry game unless you lose it. And in that case, there is nothing more miserable.
I agree, Reese. And that's why rivalry games are so great, because you take the stats, and you take the rankings, and you take the records, and you throw it all out the window. There's always tremendous effort and passion when we see these rivalry games. We certainly saw it today. And David, for this losing team, this one's going to sting for a while.
It does, but it's so strange because I always feel the same way. I'm like, there's no chance that they have a chance to upset them. But then you go, it's a rivalry game. The vitriol, the hate, it's already there. And so it means so much in sports who's motivated for these games. So you do get up. It does become a good game, even when it's not a good game on paper.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.